I have moved out of my house in Frankston for many reasons. Some really awful shit has been happening to me and my family for the last 3 years, and it's very private, and I'll talk about it one day when it's actually all over, and it's almost over, and it's been almost over for the last 2 years. But I'm not going to talk about it until it's fully actually done, and the last thing finished, but then there's a new thing, and then anyway, all of this to say, I have moved out of Frankston to be with my family, and for many reasons, but one of the reasons is this thing that's going on that I'll talk about at some point that I've been alluding to for a very long time. But whatever. Another thing is like, bro, I can't afford my house. Like for real, I literally cannot afford it. My mortgage when I got the house was $2,800 a month. The interest rates have gone up so high. It's $4,000 a month now. I can't afford it. I cannot afford to live in the house that I bought. So I'm filling it with tenants. And I'm living at my parents' house. I'm sleeping on a single bed, and I'm recording this in the attic of my parents' house. And God bless my parents. Thank God. I'm so fucking lucky to have such a beautiful, supportive, amazing family that are having me in. But the trying to pay the mortgage was stressing me out. As you know, as I've been talking about on this fucking podcast, dude, I literally can't afford it. It was $2,800 a month when I bought it. It's gone up to $4,000 a month. And according to all reports, the interest rates are just going to keep climbing. So who knows, by the end of next year, or by the end of this year even, I might have to pay $4,500 a month. I can't afford it. So like I got to a point where my choice was either move out, it was either stay there and have tenants, which would make it kind of awkward. I don't want to live with strangers. I don't particularly want roommates. Everybody that I know moved away from Frankston. Keelan's in Canberra. Greeley is living in the middle of nowhere now. Like all of my friends have left Victoria. So I was pretty isolated in Frankston. And I love Franga, and it's an exciting place to live. But I literally cannot afford it. I can't afford it. Like $4,000 a month to carry on a single income in a volatile industry is just, it was impossible. So my choices were, I had 3 choices. It was either stay there but fill the house with tenants, or sell it, or move out completely and become a fucking landlord. And I've chosen the latter because I didn't want to sell it, because that's my super. Basically, I've got no super. I got no savings. It's everything that I had was dumped into the house. And fuck, man, $4,000 a month. It went from $2,800 to $4,000 a month. It's almost doubled. It was just so impossible. And it looked like for a minute the interest rates were dropping. And I was like, okay, I'm getting back on my feet here. And then my president made the decision that I agree with 100% because I want a visa. I think he's the greatest, most strategic war general of all time. He decided to invade Iran. Interest rates went through the fucking roof, and I can't afford to live in my house that I bought. So I've moved out. I'm living rent free with my parents so that I don't lose my home. So that's great. Thank you very much to my president, Donald Trump, and the incredible decisions that the Australian politicians are making to keep the cost of living down and to make sure that housing is affordable. I bought a house and I've had to move out of it. So thank you very much. That's awesome. I'm now sleeping on a single bed. But you know what? I'm actually, it was in some sense inevitable that I moved out of that place. Anyway, I mean, it was always the plan. It was like, as I've been talking about a lot on this show, I really want to get to the States. And to do that, you need obviously a lot of money in the bank because you got to pay a few months up front. When you're an immigrant, landlords are less likely to rent to you. So you kind of got to give them the money up front and so they know that you can pay and all this kind of stuff. And there's an immigration lawyer and obviously getting flights over there, and you kind of got to get over there and rent an Airbnb or a hotel for a month while you look for an apartment, or you might want to sublet, and it's just expensive, right? to move countries. Any immigrant knows this, or any aspiring immigrant knows how expensive it is to relocate. So I was kind of looking at this decision of like, okay, either I need to hustle myself to death just to be able to afford to live in a place that I don't really want to live in long term. I need to sell it and lose what is, probably my only opportunity to buy a house. Like, I couldn't, 6 months after I bought the house, I would not have been able to afford it. House prices are going fucking crazy. Interest rates are going ballistic. People are less likely to lend to people. I've got a weird job that banks are suspicious of and don't trust because the income's volatile. I was like, if I lose this house, I'll never buy another house. It was like, okay, I could stay there and hustle really, really, really fucking hard to pay the mortgage, but then I would have no savings and no way to move. Or I could win the lottery somehow and end up moving out anyway. Makes so much more financial sense to just move out early and all of that money that I was putting towards the fucking mortgage, put it towards savings and make that the fund to relocate. So I'm actually stoked. And you know what? I'm going monk mode. That's what I'm doing is I've just been like, okay, what I really need, what's really been hindering my ability to create is like chaos in my life and stress, and particularly stress about money. I just need to get rid of that by any means necessary. I actually love the idea of making my life really small, living in my childhood bedroom, sleeping on a single bed with my fucking animals, and just waking up every day, saying my morning prayers, and then making some videos and going to the gym, buying nothing, and just eating good food and sleeping well. So that's what I'm doing, dude. I'm just trying to go monk mode right now. And man, it's like, God willing, it's working instantly. I've been here for, I don't know, like a week and a bit, almost 2 weeks. And I've just been smashing out videos. It took many days many trips back and forth between Frankston and here to move what gear I needed. But dude, I took as few items as possible. I just took all of the gear that I need for work, and then like 5 t-shirts, couple jackets, couple pairs of shoes, undies and socks. It's kind of it. That's all that I want, because I kind of view this as moving before I move. Is if I can just lower my expenses as much as possible, be in a space where it's very disadvantageous to buy anything, and just really knuckle down and be of singular mind and focus, and just focus on what video am I making today? What joke am I writing today? What exercise am I doing today at the gym? And just moving in one direction instead of being like, oh, fuck, I need to figure out how to make $4,000 this month or I'm going to lose everything. It's like, all right, get fucking tenants in. They'll sort out the mortgage. You just need to fucking work. And if this doesn't work, I'm just going to sell the house and be like, fuck that. I'm taking the money and I'm moving. Because I don't want to fucking live in the suburbs of Frankston. I would love to do that if I wanted children. I don't want children yet. I would love a little girl and a little boy. I really want kids. But I will be a terrible parent if I don't have the opportunity to fail. I'd be fine failing, but I need to try. And right now, if I'm fucking just running on the hamster wheel trying to pay this mortgage that is only going to get even more expensive, that's not what I want to be a comedian for. I don't want to be a comedian to fucking figure out how the fuck I can make $5,000-$6,000 a month so I can, buy food, pay for the mortgage, and have some savings. I don't want to. That's not how I want to live my life. I want to just be able to be a comic and creatively express myself and get good and enjoy trying to build something and make people laugh and bring joy into the world. instead of pulling my hair out and fucking worried about chaos and stress. And yeah, so I am 32 years old and I'm sleeping on a single bed in my parents' house, and I'm fucking stoked. I'm very relieved and I'm happy. And I am excited to make more stuff, dude. I've made like fucking 5 videos over the last 10 days, and this podcast, and this is while I'm setting up all of my equipment and moving a house and figuring out what to do with the animals and all of this logistical nightmare stuff and trying to get tenants in the house. And yeah, so it's all kind of settling down and I'm settling in and it's good, man. It's good. So I would love any feedback on how the podcast looks, how the podcast sounds, as well as the videos as well. Please do send that to me. Write it in comment sections, DM me, whatever. I would love to get your feedback because we are in a new place, and I'm not going to buy any set pieces or gear or anything like that because I just want to take every cent that I don't need to spend on food and bills and put it into the New York fund. And I'm just going monk mode. No, I'm literally, dude, I'm not allowed to purchase anything that isn't food and a book after I read the book that I'm currently reading. That's all that I'm doing. I'm going monk mode, bro. I want for nothing. So I'm just going to take every single, so dude, if you want to support the Patreon, if you buy a t-shirt, if you come and see me live, I'm trying to put every single dollar into the moving fund. Because I think, you know, that's what's been really, honestly, really demotivating is working so hard and just being able to pay the mortgage every month for the last year. While the mortgage just gets more and more expensive and cost of living goes up and up and up and up because we live in Australia and we're run by fucking economic geniuses. So instead of, living the Australian dream and getting to live in the fucking house that I bought with my own money, I have to move out of my own house and become a fucking landlord. Thank you very much. That's awesome. That's not what I wanted at all, but that's the reality. And I'm actually, I am happy with it. And it was inevitable, like I was kind of looking at it of like, okay, well, if I want to move, I don't want to sell the house. So I'm going to rent it out when I'm gone. Right. So either why wouldn't I just fucking move out of it now? If I have the option to live at my parents' place, pay a little bit of rent here and then rent the house out to take the giant fucking ball and chain of mortgage stress off my back so that I can actually make some decisions that are creatively fulfilling instead of trying to come up with an ever increasing amount to live, then yeah, that's good. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about me and my financial and living situation. But I am feeling hopeful, and I hope that you guys enjoy the monk mode era because we're entering monk mode for the next 6 months, and we'll see where it takes us. And if it doesn't take us to the States, I'm just getting rid of that house and I'm going. So support me on Patreon if you want to get an extra episode of the podcast every single week and support me and help get us where we want to go, which is New York City, baby. That's the plan.